Welcome back, Bladers, to another episode of Beyblade. Today we're going to be talking about TwoMad and his unfortunate passing. Now, if you don't know who TwoMad is, he's basically just a funny YouTube man, or at least that's what he was. He really got his comeuppance when Overwatch, the shitty FPS game, was out and poppin', because he would just make little funny, like, montage videos. I'm not gonna lie, I watched them. They were pretty funny. So, you know what, fair enough, I'll give you props for that. The videos were pretty funny and, like, well edited and shit. So, I mean, you know, fair enough. Just like the beatboxer man that spent, like, 50 bands to get, essentially, I don't even know what it, in that, like, animated music video. Fair enough, you know, you found your niche and, you know, you're trying to, like, master it and shit. The only thing about TwoMad is that he was a bit on the edgier side once he got out of his Overwatch phase, much like everybody else did that played Overwatch, because for some reason the average Overwatch player was just some edgelord man. Fuku shitty games aside though, like I said, once he, you know, stopped playing Overwatch, he got a bit edgier, so he, you know, started making like weird jokes and just getting into drama basically, like every once in a while, and people kind of just like shrugged it off because it's TwoMad at the end of the day. Nobody really cares what his opinion is. So if TwoMad ever made like an offhanded joke or anything, just about anything edgy, no one would really, like, it would just pretty much fly over people's heads and no one would pay it any attention, because again, it's TwoMad. He just makes wacky little videos and he's always just saying like the most out-of-pocket stuff just to get a reaction, and there's nothing wrong with that. At least you're not like Jackass, like Jack Doherty, going out and genuinely making people's day worse, or the what was it, Salami Man that goes to Japan just to be racist, I guess. So I mean, fair enough, you know, you're being a little edgy, but at least you're not going out of your way to like bother anybody else, I guess. Like, fair enough, I'll take it. It's kind of like Leafy, but a little bit more harmful. And I mean harmful in a way like being an online nuisance. He was just like the online guy that would just like be the class clown, essentially, if you guys know what I mean. Like, you guys had that one person in class, dog would never shut the fuck up and he couldn't read for shit, always getting into some shit, always, you know, trying to fight somebody, or just being, like I said, in overall just a nuisance. That's basically what TwoMad was. He was just kind of like person that would just say stuff to get a reaction, essentially, or just like make really shitty jokes that you either would laugh at or you would hate, which would cause a lot of people to pick one of two sides on their opinions about TwoMad. Either one, you don't like him and you hate him and you wish he was, you know, just non-existing, or the other side where it's like, all right, I like him, he's pretty cool, fair enough. Except people miss the third fucking option. He's okay, I don't really care for him in any other way, which is how I felt, because like, fair enough, do whatever the fuck you're doing, just leave me alone. As long as you're not bothering me, or you're not like really bothering anyone else, I don't genuinely give a fuck. Like, do whatever you want. Am I gonna make fun of you or talk about you? Yeah. I just think that people don't need to have such a all or nothing type of response. Either, damn it, I hate this man, or man, he's pretty cool, I like him. There is no like, he's fine, he's a person that exists on the planet, like whatever he exists. Like, that's just what he was, just a person that existed but made like pretty edgy jokes. And now that we're caught up with the lore, we can get into the recent news. I can't even do basic math, so I'm definitely not gonna attempt to say this guy's name, so I'm gonna just call him Madman. Madman, a popular YouTuber who goes by TwoMad online, has died, TMZ has learned. Law enforcement sources tell us the internet personality, who has millions of followers across his various YouTube channels and social pages, was found unresponsive Tuesday night at his Los Angeles area home. Right here, I want to stop and ask, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything, I just want to genuinely ask, who lives in LA on purpose and why? Because there's nothing out there but bad influences and toxic people. But to continue, he was found in his Los Angeles home, but this was only after somebody called in to ask for a welfare check. Now, I'm no lawyer man or like super good with the human dictionary or anything, but I'm pretty sure by welfare check they mean not an actual money check, but in fact actually just a hey, are you alive type check, for anybody else who was confused as I was. But I digress, I'm the same person who cannot do simple math. To continue, we're told TwoMad hadn't been heard from in several days by concerned parties, and he even missed some appointments, I'm assuming like doctor appointments. As a result, the LADP was sent to check on him, and that's when they found the body, but it was unclear how long he'd been in that state. Sources say there was drug paraphernalia found on the scene, and at this point we're told that this investigation was a possible overdose, but there was no foul play suspected, thankfully. But what was was sad was the fact that he literally died playing Overwatch. I've made this joke in the past with my friends, like on Discord calls and everything, but no, man literally died playing Overwatch. Obviously, Overwatch wasn't the cause of his death. It was probably suicide, I'm assuming, but nevertheless, I just assume he had the game opened while he was like doing whatever he was doing. I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't know if it was on accident, so I mean, it could have not been suicide. There's no telling yet what happened, like there's not enough information. That's pretty much the synopsis of the mission right about now. We don't really know what happened, and it seems as if it's suicide, but it also could not have been. Maybe it was just a freak fucking accident and like an overdose or something. But overall, that's pretty much just the synopsis, like I said. What I want to get into next now is all the weird and wacky allegations that have come out only after he died. Now, there was this YouTuber that I suppose had beef and drama with TwoMad and only decided to come out now for some reason about it. Skeet, I'll put his, somewhat brain dead tweet on screen. I only say somewhat because none of this stuff has yet been confirmed nor denied, and I mean, considering that Skeet decided to wait until the man was dead to come out with this information, I'm gonna just assume right off the bat that he's just straight up lying. Because if you had this information, surely you would have wanted it to get out before the man died, not after, because now he can't even defend himself, let alone tell if this is true or not, or what happened. I'm not exactly trying to victim blame, but I don't exactly like when people only decide to come out with information after someone else has passed, or like basically when they can't even fucking defend themselves. The same would go for literally anyone else I'm talking about, whether it be Sneeko, Jackass, Salami Boy, or whoever the fuck. If you can't even defend yourself and give your side, then I'm not willing to listen to whoever's coming out with the wacky. Now, unless of course they actually have like straight up information for me, they have the manila folder out and everything. You come with the manila folder out, everybody gotta believe you, but if y'all are just making wacky little Twitter posts, I'm not believing that shit. And again, considering that Skeet has a reason to slander TwoMad, I have to take his stuff at like face value now. Pause. That shit sounded hella unright. Wacky sentences aside, I'm gonna go ahead and read this tweet for you guys. Skeet starts out the tweet by saying, "I can finally say it, TwoMad was a rapist and a pedophile." Off the bat, he's now coming out with some like I said, pretty serious allegations, and he so far doesn't have any proof as far as I've seen, which makes these claims, like I said, like pretty baseless in my opinion. But to say that you can finally say it, like as if you've been waiting to drop this bombshell, and like until he died, like, oh, I can't wait till you die, TwoMad, I'm gonna drop this huge bombshell on everybody. It genuinely just seems that Skeet is doing this for like some ulterior motive or something. Like, this doesn't even seem like a real way someone would react, even if they didn't like somebody. I'm not saying like genuinely, if this stuff does come out to be real, I'm not saying TwoMad's a good person or anything. Far from it. If this stuff is real, then he's obviously a terrible person. But I still, even if that's the case, I still think there is a better way to come out with the information. That's just my opinion though. Maybe y'all got something different. Maybe y'all think this is like some shit that is normal. But the tweet then goes on to say, "Over the past few years, he tried to murder me multiple times for helping the police and detectives in multiple states to investigate a lot of horrible things he's done. He wanted to take out multiple innocent lives by getting behind a wheel and going head on freeway." I'm assuming he meant to say head on the freeway, but like I guess his brain malfunctioned and like he just couldn't spit out the right sentence. So I'm assuming that just means head on the freeway. While being high on illegal drugs, he didn't succeed as he overdosed before killing anybody, so he tried it again. And genuinely, Skeet, that couldn't be further from the truth, because like we said earlier, he died at his chair playing Overwatch, not in a car. This is also why I just don't want to believe him. He's just saying stuff. Now again, if this comes out to be true, I take back everything I said. Skeet, you were spot on and you're a right man. You saved YouTube and Twitter and everything. You're a good person. But as of right now, it just seems like he's kind of spouting off to me. Again, I'm not entirely trying to defend TwoMad, but I just don't see where any of the proof is, so I can't even judge this fairly, so I have to just judge it as if it's not true, because as of right now, nobody knows if it's true or not. But back to the tweet, it says, despite him trying to murder me and multiple innocent lives, I've been trying to help law enforcement to make sure he's safe, doesn't get hurt, and doesn't harm anybody. If this is true, fair enough, but like still, you don't seem like a person that's trying to help as much as you think you are. Again, I could be completely wrong, but it seems like he has some type of ulterior motive for this, just from the way he's like started this and like the tone. I could be reading the room entirely wrong though. Maybe I'm the goob master of this video, and if I am, damn it, I've never been ashamed to be wrong before. Why would I start now? If I'm wrong about all of this and James Skeet was 100% spot on, I give him all his props and I firmly apologize, but until then, he seems like a major goob. It goes on to say, please remember that he is a rapist and a pedophile. He continued to prey on the vulnerable even after the police got involved, including a 13-year-old in a mental hospital. The tragedy doesn't excuse any of his actions. Obviously, this tragedy doesn't excuse any of his, actions. No shit, he should, this should still be talked about and brought up and, brought to light and everything. I'm not saying that it shouldn't, but I don't know, coming out the woodworks like this, like just jumping out of the bush with the hard fact, well, not even hard facts, but like just hard allegations is kind of crazy. I will address a lot of this stuff when I fully collect my thoughts. Past few months, by the way, that kind of fucked me up. I almost had an aneurysm trying to read that. I don't know why he didn't just put a the in front of past, but that's neither here nor there. The past few months have been a total mess and reason why I ended up in the ER. Please give me time. So again, if this is all true, fair enough. Let's give the man James Skeet some time to collect his thoughts, collect hopefully some facts and proof, and maybe he'll come back with like I said, manila folder ever. I don't know why I said vanilla. Maybe I was thinking about ice cream. And the crazy part is he's not the only person to come out with like this kind of like hatred type response after TwoMad's passing. I'll just flash a couple of them on screen right now, but like people are happy about this. Like people are happy that he's not alive anymore. And y'all know Twitter, like I said in my Power World video, Twitter just is insane. Twitter is unhinged and just a bunch of people giving their weird opinions and ideas and everything. It's just like people have said in the past, it's just a cesspool. Twitter is literally just a cesspool just of like angry people. So yeah, no shit, funny meme man dies and everybody's happy about it, but it's just still like, goodness gracious, man. Can we at least let the shit simmer? Can we let the information at least come out first before we hard make our opinions on the guy that is, keep in mind, not even alive anymore? I don't know, I've never seen the internet get like this, me personally, where someone dies and people are just joking about it. They're just happy. I understand he's, if these allegations were true, he was a pretty bad person, but the allegations haven't even been proven yet, and people are acting as if they're fact, which they're not yet. That's essentially the synopsis of this Bay battle, and that's pretty much all I have to say on the matter. Obviously, I'll try to keep you guys updated if anything insane and major happens, but other than that, that's this episode of Beyblade, and I'll see you bladers on the next episode. Let it rip. Hey, you made it to the special little outro. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I assume you did since you made it to the special little outro. If you like my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button since you did make it to the special little outro. I'm not gonna say it again. But if you want more me and more wacky, then you can also go to my Twitch. That's twitch.tv/JoshPHS. It's just me and my homies just chilling out, having a grandiose little time. On the next episode, we're gonna talk about greedy corpos and anime streamers. Nigga, do not have space for that.
Bro, I didn't download 500 terabytes.
Come on, download more storage, boy.
Right, download more storage. Where the fuck is their car at? I swear they're pulling up. You good over there? Fuck, did they run you over?
It felt like it the way he shot me. You might as well just say.
Like I had a blunderbuss.